Hello everyone, welcome to Wicked West Books. My name is Meg West.
I'm Lee.
And today we are going to be talking about A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This was our buddy read for March, and it was a book that neither one of us had read before, so it was our first time reading it. It was his first experience with the author. I have read Vicious before. That was a year to 2 years ago, so it was a brand new experience for both of us. So basically, A Darker Shade of Magic is the first book in a trilogy that I think just recently got completed, and it follows Kell and Lila as they travel through the different Londons trying to stop the influence of evil people from taking over magic and, spreading outside of its contained area. It can be read as a standalone, but it is the first book in a trilogy. Overall, what did you think?
I really enjoyed it. I thought the magic system could use a bit more explanation. That was the only gripe I really had with it. Otherwise, it was...
Lack a lot of information on the magic system. You didn't need a lot of it, and considering that one of the characters is from our London that has no magic, I don't think you needed quite a firm grasp of what was going on as far as that exactly the mechanics behind the magic goes.
Yeah, but I'm coming back from, Sanderson and Butcher. It just felt a little lacking compared to those.
Well, we haven't read books 2 and 3, and I have a feeling from something that happens near the end of the first book that we'll get a much better look into the magic system in the next few books.
Oh, I'm not griping at the series overall. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to read more of it, but...
So even though it was YA, which is not your preferred genre to read in...
Yeah, it did seem a little slow and a little predictable at points.
It was not a fast burn, but it was pretty good. What did you think of the main characters themselves?
I really liked Kell. I thought he was a fun character. I wish they would have gone a little bit more into his head at some points. Lyra, I thought she was interesting, but kind of stereotypical cliche, I think, for that kind of character.
I think the issues that I had with Lila had more to do with the fact that I was listening to the audiobook than reading it, because a lot of the tones that the narrator gave her weren't ones that I would necessarily address to the expressions that she put in the book.
Okay, well, they do change out the narrator, I think, for books 2 and 3, so that might be addressed then.
That's true. But yeah, I think if I had read the physical copy instead of listened to the audiobook, I would absolutely love Lyra, because she is a very strong female character who knows what she wants and goes after it and doesn't care what anyone else thinks about it. And I usually like those characters, so I was kind of surprised when I didn't like her as much as I'd seen hype for her on the internet, so...
Yeah, I will say it was a really good palate cleanser for me. After this one, I think I read 3 or 4 books in the last 2 weeks, just because I'd been in a little bit of a rut. This one kind of got me out of it.
And what did you think of Rhys?
I actually really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought...
You like that he's...
He's naive, is the only problem I have with him. He's one of those people that gets by on everything, and he just doesn't seem to have a grasp on how everyone else acts in the world.
Well, yes, but he is a prince and to become the next king, so...
Yeah, I know, but still, even at that level, you would think he would have to know, oh, this is what the common people are kind of like, what they do. They might actually scam me. They might want to kill me. It's even mentioned... Can we go into spoilers?
Yeah,
here?
we'll go ahead and do spoilers.
It's even mentioned in the book that he is kidnapped at one point and held for ransom and going to be killed.
And he forgives them.
Yeah, he forgives them. Kell doesn't. Kell goes through there and just slaughters them.
This is true. But, but you also really want to have a good-mannered leader for the most part.
Yeah, that's true, but if you get kidnapped, your reaction is, okay, you got... I have a background in history, so, if I look at it like this way, Caesar, he was actually kidnapped by pirates at one point. He ate, drank, and had fun with them, but, he also made the comment, after I get free, I'm going to kill you. And then, once he was free, he took 2 fleets and just swept the Mediterranean Sea clean of pirates. He killed them all.
Well, yeah, because it is a threat to the kingdom that they're there and they've succeeded once, so what's going to stop them from succeeding again? But still, I liked the way Rhys handled it. I liked the fact that Kell dealt with it behind his back, but I liked the way that Rhys handled it.
I honestly think that Kell would be the better choice for a king out of the two of them. Kell can't have it, but I would say he's the better choice.
What was his name? The other
Holland?
traveler, Holland. What did you think of Holland?
I honestly really liked him. I thought he was a good counterpoint to Kel, and he wasn't really evil.
No, I caught
He
that
was
too.
just, he was a product of his world, but he would have been a better ruler than the two people that were in charge of
Oh,
that
yeah.
world. And I think he would have probably made that place better for everyone.
I have to definitely agree with that. And I'm really hoping that he comes back. I have no spoilers for 2 and 3, but I've seen V.E. Schwab has been tweeting what their orders would be if they went to Starbucks. And since Holland has an order, I'm hoping that means he comes back and is...
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering how he's going to be able to come back, because it's pretty definitive. Like they state, once you go into Black London, there's no coming out. So
Yes,
there has to be
but
some way he
Even when
breaks
there's
through.
absolutes, there's always no absolutes.
I know, but I mean, it's pretty definitive the way that Kel explains it, but he might not know everything, so it's possible there's a way around.
I'm ready to see what powers Lila brings into the story.
Oh, it's pretty clear she's an Antari.
Of course, I mean, she's got a glass eye, which they don't reveal until the very end.
Yeah, and it's said that she has undeveloped magical potential.
Yes, well, that's
So-
because she's from our London. She's from Grey London. There is no magic here. But now she is in the world of Red London, where magic is flourishing.
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting to see how it goes. It's pretty clear that she's going to go off and be a pirate in Red London.
For a while. I don't know if that's going to be like a plotline throughout
Have
the
you
whole
seen
book.
the cover for the second book?
No,
yet?
I haven't.
It's Lyra with the pirate hat on holding 2 daggers. I'm pretty sure it's Lila anyway. That's who I thought it was.
It would make sense. I mean, unless they're introducing a brand new character, which they do
Yeah.
as a main character. But yeah.
Overall, I wouldn't put it in my top 10 series to read, but it's one that's fun, and it's one that I'll pick up and put down, I think.
And I thought it was pretty interesting. You kept trying to compare it to Harry Potter because of the narrator and like the storytelling. Then it just had something similar to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, like in Harry Potter, sometimes they get off on tangents. That tended to happen quite a bit in this book, I felt. Well, not a lot, but there were still some points where it just kind of got off into...
Which
World.
tangent? Name
Uh,
one.
Like whenever they're discussing the game that children play, goes off into a tangent in his head about why this is important and what goes on with it.
Well, yeah, but I think that was him trying to give you some explanation of the magics, which you said there wasn't enough of.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's the same gripe I have with Harry Potter. There's just no explanation for the magic systems, really.
If there's a spell for it, you can do it.
Yeah, I know, but that gets into a whole different topic of high magic versus, the grittier, hard magic systems that we have now that I enjoy.
I mean, Sanderson has that scale, and he likes the part, he likes his part, and his part makes it so rich and believable, but he does mention that there is Harry Potter magic where it doesn't really have an explanation behind it, it's just there and you can use it.
Yeah, those systems don't really catch my eye, though. They don't grab my attention. Like, I read Sanderson and Dresden and...
In case you're wondering, my Sanderson collection is right there. That's
Yeah.
why when we're talking about Sanderson, we're looking right there.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I read Dresden and Hard Magic and stuff like that, and their magic systems are very well defined, and there's rules, and you can understand why characters can do this.
But at the same time, you mentioned Jim Butcher's magic system earlier. I've read the Codex Alera series, and you were wanting more explanation of magic in that series. You didn't understand exactly how it worked for like the first half of the series.
Well, I understood how it worked after the first book.
You wanted more detail.
Well, it goes into...
More detail, more detail, more detail.
Yeah, it goes into much more detail in the second book, though. So I'm kind of hoping they do that with this, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
Well,
over
like
it.
I said, I think that we have such little explanation of what the magic system is in this first book because Lila has no explanation of what the magic is. It's just what she sees that's her entire understanding. And since she's one of the two main characters, I would see that. And then we can learn with her. It gives an excuse to give more information on how the magic systems work in book 2 and 3 because she's learning it so we can learn with her. Instead of Kel having to info dump all that information at the very beginning.
I'm kind of wondering if that's the problem I have with Harry Potter, because there's no character where you kind of learn with how the magic system works. Harry's
Well,
just
Harry.
good. No, he's just
this
good.
is
He's
true.
just instinct.
This is true. Harry does just have a talent, and then Ron grew up in the world, and Hermione studied everything off screen. So.
Yeah, so I mean, we didn't have... That's the big gripe I have with that series. I really hope this one doesn't go that way.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see what Lila does. Let's see Pirate Lila. I'm kind of excited for that now.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
She's finally getting her wish.
Yeah, yeah. That was one really cool part about this book, though, was the evil spirit that kind of went into went into Grey London and Red London.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. I did enjoy
You liked
that.
the possessions.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool thing, that the magic itself was wanting to expand, grow in its dominance. It was tired of just being in Black London and wanted to get out.
Hungry.
Yeah, I thought
They
that was.
described it as hungry.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool villain.
Concept. Oh, your villain, yeah. I guess it is technically the villain, was just the magic from Black London.
Well,
And unless you count the king and queen.
yeah, the king and queen no, are they dudes or what in Red London?
Oh, no, White London.
White
the
London. Yeah, sorry,
The brother and sister rulers of the area. They orchestrated it.
Yeah, I got my Londons confused there. Sorry.
No.
There's
Red
four of
London
them
is
in
rich
this
in
one.
magic. Gray is not. It's dead in magic. And white is between red and black, and it's
trying
suffering.
it subdues magic is their idea. They want to control.
They
everything.
want to beat it into submission, and it's causing the magic to run away from them.
Yeah, I mean,
I would love to see what happens in White London if that idea just goes away.
Oh, it's not going to go away. It's too ingrained now.
Well, that depends on if Holland comes back. Because I think, while I mean, yes, he spent the entire book, like, screaming at Kel that you're doing it wrong, this is real power, control it, and you do better, but he lost. And from the little that we've seen of him in the first book, I'm hoping that he's the kind of character that might learn from that and just not take a step all the way back to where Kel is, but maybe, like, just reevaluate it a little bit and try it out.
Well, since he's no longer under the White Londoner's influence, I'm interested to see how he is, because Kel even noticed, like, yeah, before he started working for him, he had so much more life. He
Not
was so
necessarily decent, but not
he was
evil.
different. Yeah, he enjoyed things. He was trying to be he wasn't trying to be a good person, but he was better than
I
he
was
is.
rooting for him the entire book.
Yeah,
I
mean,
really was.
Holland is a fun character. I think he might have stole the book almost.
Right? Like I said,
For
I
us.
was rooting for him the entire thing.
I mean, because I like Kel. I like Kel's personality and how he acts. He gets stuff done, and he's...
Oh, that part at the beginning where the prince is making him wait, so he just drums his fingers, and each time he goes through a full drum, he blows out a candle with his magic.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, must be a breeze. And then just you see the prince going... That was great.
Yeah.
I loved that. But I also really love that Lila pushes his buttons.
Yeah,
Not too
they're-
many people can push Kel's buttons, but Lila does it. She does it so well.
They're a really good couple.
They are, and
I love that
it's
Reese was trying to flirt with her the whole time, too. It's just
Reese
like,
flirts with everyone,
yeah,
and I love
know,
it.
but it was kind of funny to see him do it in front of Kel, because I was like, how is Kel going to react to this? Because he could react very badly to that.
Well, I mean, they weren't really a couple in this book. I mean, they had a few moments, and they kissed twice, but they weren't really romantically inclined with each other for this first one. There was a connection. I am not denying that there was a connection.
No, I'm not saying that, but the way they're interacting and talking about each other, everyone else around them
Of course.
thinks there's something going on now.
See, yeah, and that's one of the things with Reese is that I like, is that he's one of those characters that flirts without intention behind it. I mean, sure, she's going to reject him, and he knows that, but he's going to flirt anyway because he enjoys doing it. I love those characters. And he does it in a way that doesn't make her feel like she's being pressured to be in a relationship with him. It's just, they're having fun. I love characters with relationships like that.
Yeah, I mean, Reese, he reminds me of a couple of different characters out there, and I like them all, so I can't really rag on him too much, other than he's a little naive.
Yeah, and I hope, honestly, that doesn't change. I
think
like
that
him.
innocence is going to die, probably.
I know, I think that's something that's likely to happen, but I don't want it to happen. I like him the way he is. I want him to be able to make it through the trilogy unscathed, and I realize this, but that doesn't make me happy.
So, I'm kind of wondering how Kel's life is going to change now, since he is bound to the prince. I mean, they can't send him across borders, probably. Or not
I
as
was
much.
worried about that. I forgot about that, but yeah, I was really worried because if Kel dies, then Reese dies, and I don't think
And
that...
if Reese dies, Kel dies.
Right?
So,
But Reese was fairly well sheltered anyway. It was just Holland who got to him with using his superior magic systems. And, the king and queen
And
were under the spell of
Reese
the
was
magic.
too
And
trusting at that point.
yeah, and I still think he would go through with it. I still think he would trust Holland even after everything that's happened.
I don't know if he would trust Holland specifically. He might if Holland proves himself again, but I think that trust might be broken completely.
Right.
I think White London and Red London, this is just speculation, but I think there could be a war brewing between them because that was...
No, there's definitely been one brewing, but the problem is that now there's only Lila and Kel to bring things across the border.
Would they...
And Lila can't even do it just yet.
Would they be willing to shut off the border to White London?
I think that they might after this attack, probably. It can kind of depend, I think, on who takes over White London now that the brother and sister are gone.
I know, but I mean, if that's how they're going to act in White London, I don't know why Red would even keep the border open.
Because they feel guilty. They feel guilty because
they
shut the door to Black London knowing that... They shut all of the doors knowing that it was going to put White London as a buffer between them. That's the whole reason.
Yeah, the only problem with that is, if nothing can get out of Black London, how are they at war with White London? Or how's there a problem between them? Shouldn't White London just be separated?
Yes, but I mean, they got freaked out. They got scared. They know they're so close to it that they can probably sense things across the border or something. And because they're so scared of what's going on over there, they're trying so hard to control magic to stop it from happening to them. It's killing magic in the opposite way that Black London killed it.
Okay. So Red London just needs to cut off White London completely. Maybe open the doors to Grey and just let it be. That way they'd still have a neighbor, be fine.
Yeah, but I don't think they could manage to do that at this point because Red London's supposed to be the good guys in this battle that knows what's going on. Grey London, we're just oblivious to the entire thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things to where it could be almost benevolent for them to do it. Be like, we feel sorry for you, and we've messed up before. Here, have all the magic back. Or here's a little bit that bleeds in. Because I guarantee you, in Grey London, they would probably... Merlin and stuff like that was probably...
Ew.
parts of
Where
Red.
does Merlin fall into the story?
Yeah.
Was he from Red London?
That's a possibility.
That's awesome! I like that possibility.
Because they mentioned that before they shut the doors, stuff would go into Grey, and everything was a little bit more fluid. So it's possible that the famous magicians and monsters and stuff would come from Red or whatever.
Houdini.
Yeah.
I love that plot line.
Yeah.
Woo!
So I mean, they could have the magic sword like Excalibur and stuff like that.
Oh, I want to find Excalibur in Red London. That would be so awesome. Or maybe it's being smothered in White London. Either way, that would be so cool.
Well, I mean, where would the Lady of the Lake fall in that? Because
I love this crossover.
yeah.
Arthurian Legend and the Darker Shade of Magic series. This is great crossover.
Because they even had a magic sword in that one where she just created it. So, I mean, would that be possible? That'd be an interesting... I mean, that's an interesting thing to
Now I
see.
just want to explore through Red, White, and even Black London just to find parts of Grey London's history in there.
Yeah, that'd be a fun thing to do. I don't know if she's able to do in the series, but that'd be a fun little thing to watch and see.
So fun. I think that's where we gotta end this video because that's just such a happy note. I love it.
Cool. Glad I made you smile.
Yeah. That was great.
Alright, so we're probably going to end this video here. Yeah. This month's book is going to be Aeronauts Windlass by Jim Butcher. Now, I'm really looking forward to this. I've read it before. I've read it 2 or 3 times, and I still love it every time I read it.
He really wants me to get on board with the cat. The talking cat.
I think she'll love Raoul.
See, the thing though is that with Jim Butcher, it's extremely hit or miss for me because while I loved the Codex Alera series, I absolutely loved it. It's one of probably my top 10 favorites. It's really high up there. I really don't like Dresden. And it's not Dresden himself necessarily, it's just, I just don't like him. So I'm kind of nervous about this because on the one hand, this series right here is absolutely amazing, but on the other hand, I'm not a fan of Dresden.
This one's actually closer, I think, to the Codex writing style.
Well,
so.
that's good. We'll see how it goes. I'll be posting this on time. I think I'm going to switch these discussion videos to the first Sunday of the following month just to give me a little bit more time with them. And this is obviously not the first Sunday of the month or the last Sunday of the month. I think it's technically the second Sunday of the month, but you know, it's been a hard couple of weeks for me, so I'm running a little bit behind. So I hope you guys have a great Sunday. If you liked our discussion or want to join in, please do so down below because we will be, of course, always replying to comments on my videos. And if you have any thoughts on the Arthurian legend in the Darker Shades of Magic series that you like and want to express more of, please share because that's just an amazing thought for me. I love it. So yeah, that is all for this video. We'll see you guys in about a month for another discussion video for Jim Butcher's The Aeronaut's Windlass.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Have a wicked day.